Today we're going to be taking a look at my overwintered chili plants, see how they're doing. Going to give them a bit of water, and also we're going to be planting some garlic. And that's coming up right after this. So let's get inside here and see how these guys are doing. It's quite a mild day actually today, and you can see there the temperature inside the pot is at 9.7 degrees. And I've actually turned this up a little bit, so when it gets below 3.3 degrees then the heating turns on. But we can see here not much really to report. The good news is obviously it's been a week and these leaves are still looking okay. They haven't dropped off and they aren't drooping. So I question whether I really need to give them any water right now. If I feel the pot still feels quite heavy, so I'm pretty sure there's a bit of water in there. Yeah, I'm not actually going to water today. I was intending on it, but that's the sort of thing I do. I just have a feel and just see what it feels like. You can really tell whether a plant needs water or not when they're in a pot like this, because they'll be a lot lighter than these are. So you can see there's little bits of new growth coming through here, and we'll keep monitoring this through the season. So these plants are looking pretty healthy, and I think it's time to go have a look at the one that we have indoors. We can see that this plant indoors is looking a little different to the ones outside. There's a bit more drooping going on. Partly that is because we did quite a lot of cutting back of the roots, if you remember in the last video. But the other reason as well is it's indoors. It's quite dry inside the house, especially in winter, because we have a heater on all the time during the day when we're at home. So it's fairly warm in the house, and that dries the air quite a bit, which means that it probably needs a little bit more water than the ones that are outside need. And I can feel that this is quite light, so probably need to add a little bit of water there, but it's not looking too terrible, to be honest. And this is after a week after we did quite a drastic cutback. So we'll just keep an eye on that, and I'll keep you updated as we go through the winter season. I also mentioned that I was going to be planting some garlic today, and I'm actually planting quite a special type. This is from the garlicfarm.co.uk. They're based out in the Isle of Wight, and they have this giant garlic which I've been intrigued about. I've come across it in my searches a few times when I was searching for different types of garlic, and I've never really bought them until this year. So we'll be planting them. I'm going to open up this box in just a second, but before I can do that, I need to prepare the beds. I'm going to be growing them inside my raised beds here. So where the corn was, I'm going to be pulling that out today, and we're going to be preparing the bed so we can grow our garlic. So we've prepared our bed, and what I've done there, I've split the bed into two. So basically I don't have any ready compost right now because it's quite early in the season still, well, late in the season, but I haven't got a lot of ready compost just yet. So what I've done is I put half ready compost into half the strip, and I've sort of bunched up some. I had a small bag of ready compost that I've put in here. So we prepared half the bed, but I only need half of that little bit for now. The garlic we have is called elephant garlic, and if I just open this up and we take a look inside here. Probably shouldn't have opened this up outside because it has a whole bunch of packing peanuts. Let me try and get to the garlic itself. Oh, I'm making a mess. Okay. Let's just get rid of these packing peanuts and have a look at this garlic. These things are massive. I've seen them online, but I didn't know how big they actually were. Check the size of that. That's one clove. Oh, I'm looking forward to using these when they grow in my hot sauces next year. We have 12 bulbs in here, and let's get planting. So here's the soil. Like I said, we have obviously this half here is decent compost, and we're going to use this for the garlic, and then over this side there's just a bit of half-ready compost, which will be ready by the time spring comes along. So I've never grown garlic this size before. This is just huge, it's massive. The garlic farm recommends planting this 3 centimeters under the surface with the root end, which is this over here, facing downwards, and about 6 inches apart. So what I'm going to do is just lay out how we're going to plant these. So I've actually got an extra clove, so I've got 13 cloves. I only ordered this 12, but that's handy. These 3 here I'm going to be planting in a pot. So I'm going to try these outdoors, I'm going to try these 3 in a pot and just see which ones do better. And also I've run out of space over here. So there we go. I'm just going to pat these down lightly and we are done. So it'll be interesting to see how that works out. So for the last 3 here, we have a bit of a mix of some decent compost as well as, again, some half finished compost. And we're just going to have to take a chance with that. Unfortunately, I don't have access at the moment to some more finished compost. So we'll see how this goes. It'll be a bit of an experiment. We'll do the same as we did with the other one. And we'll bury it root side down and cover it over. So that's it. We now just need to give these a bit of a watering, just water them in, get them settled into their new pots, and we'll also water the bed over there, and we'll keep an eye on them as we go for the next few months and see how they turn out. Before I end this video, there's a couple things I just wanted to say. Firstly, 7,000 subscribers. Every single one of you that has subscribed, it means the world to me that you've done that. I also wanted to say a big thank you to the people that have signed up on my Patreon. Again, it's just blown me away, your generosity and your support as well. Thank you so much for taking some time out of your day to join me in the garden and share with me all of this. I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Bye-bye for now.